Today I will be painting this ancient man, Harvey Walters, from Mansions of Madness. So let's just get right to it. This is not going to be a tutorial channel, so I'm just going to mention that I have my preparation strategy is prime it all in black and then do a zenithal prime of a medium gray, and then I dry brush with the white on top of everything. So kind of slap choppy, but that's how I've found the best results. And then I just go full on with speed paints, usually the army painter speed paints. So what do we have here? I'm gonna try to do, let's see, the shirt in here. The shirt in here, I'm gonna try to just leave it as is, and let's just say that it's white. I'm gonna leave this white as well, the edges there. I think I should start with brightening up the skin, because skin, in my opinion, doesn't look very smooth if you just apply, if you just do the preparation steps and then just apply a speed paint or a contrast paint skin color. It doesn't really look good. It looks sketchy and patchy. So let's try to even out some of the skin. So this is my first video, so I have really no idea what I'm doing. Don't really know if the cameras are gonna work, if the angles are gonna work. But let's see what happens. Yep, that's much better. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be somewhat consistent across the surface to get this smooth finish that I like for skin. At least, you know, human skin. Not sure I would care as much if it were some sort of alien. I'm really sorry about the mold lines. I think mold lines are excruciatingly boring and I have too little time. But that's a really bad excuse. I'm sorry. I will at some point start doing mold lines. I used to do them, but then I kind of gave up because it was too boring. But I will. So this is hopefully just gonna be a YouTube channel about just painting along, discussing some tips and tricks that I have picked up throughout the past year or so. I did start painting a little more than a year ago. I did paint when I was younger, but that was 20 years ago now. So paint along, like I said, it's mostly gonna be speed painting of board games. I used to do Warhammer and that stuff when I was young, but now it's mostly just regular board games that have miniatures. So I'm currently focusing on Mansions of Madness, as you can see here. Okay, so that's the skin. I suppose it's probably dry enough, so let's just try to go in with the Crusader skin. I also have Guilliman Flesh from Citadel, which I also use from time to time, just to vary the skin tones a little bit. It's a quick fix when I'm lazy. Sometimes I actually add some other color into the mix. Just try to blend something together, just to create some sort of variation between different characters. But usually because I'm pretty lazy, so usually I just go for Crusader skin or Guilliman Flesh. For Caucasian skin, that is. I believe that's a common complaint, and I can agree. Why not have more skin color tones readily available in the sets? It's kind of ridiculous that you always just get a Caucasian. So when I apply speed paints, I don't think too much about it really. I mean, it's not too thick, it's not too thin, but I kind of like to take my time, even when speed painting, so to speak, because I believe that one of the key factors in speed painting, using speed paints or contrast paints or whatever, is that it actually saves you time if you don't make that many mistakes, because they are harder to clean up afterwards due to the transparent nature of the contrast paints, speed paints. Okay, that's really, I think that was a pretty nice skin tone. So let's continue with something else. So I find speed painting so darn rewarding. I mean, that was skin in what, 2 minutes? Let's see. His hair is gonna be really whitish. I'm not sure I'm gonna handle that. Painting white is it's killing me so hard. But let's go for some sort of that inner jacket there. I'm gonna paint that gray. Let's just start with, no, let's do a thinner coat of black and see what happens. That's grim black. Let's add some water in there. I'm recording my face with maybe I should say my head with a GoPro, and the painting with my iPhone. So we'll see how this goes. Yep, that looks kind of neat. Some sort of, yeah, well, I guess it's black. And we will need, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the tie with blood red. I absolutely love this color. Yeah, by the way, I did this. I think I got this from Dana Howell. Pretty much the same procedure, just bought bases, primed them in black, did the zenithal gray. I think I did that at least. And then I dry brushed them and just poured the color over. It really gives you a much better idea of what the paint actually looks like. And I do love the blood red. Wasn't called blood red, yeah. That was the tie. For the rest of the suit, tricky. Let's just go for some Gravelord gray for the upper part of the shoes. Just while we're at it, let's say that this is a part. I'm a little bit on a schedule here because I'm currently home. My son is sick. I mean, he has a fever. So he's currently sleeping, and I suppose that he will wake up within the hour or so. And yes, I mean, this is perfectly doable in an hour. I just don't really know what to expect. You never know with children. And this is also my first video, so we'll just see what happens. That's nice. Then let's see. This was Gravelord Grey. And I think for the rest of the suit, I'm gonna try to do some sort of mix of dark wood, and why not use that Gravelord Grey we have there. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but let's just try it. I really enjoy mixing speed paints. It's so much fun. Let's switch brush. Go for a bigger one. Mix this up a little. What kind of color is this? I don't know. Brownish. Let's just go for it. Okay, this is really brown. Yep, but I think this is gonna be great. I'm gonna paint the jacket in the same color. I just want to focus on one area at a time. Sometimes if the speed paint dries a little bit, but you weren't really finished with that area, then you can get patchiness. You can kind of smudge it out when you weren't really supposed to, and it gives a bad look. So I try to go area by area if I can. I think this is going to be great. So that was dark wood mixed with, I think, roughly the same amount of Gravelord Grey. Let's go for one of the arms. Now this is going to be tricky because I wanted this, you know, the cuff there of the shirt to remain whitish. So I need to be careful. And just leaving it like this with just the preparation steps is kind of cheating, but sometimes if the details are so small, I think that's fine. You know, I'm simply not painting them more than what the preparation steps gave me. But we'll see. Maybe I will need to touch it up a little bit, highlight it or something, just to make it pop a little bit more, but we'll see. I think it's gonna work out nicely because the suit has such a, it's gonna be a heavy contrast against the dark suit. Sorry, I need to stay in focus. This is tricky. I'm not used to having a camera in my face. This really does take some practice. I do tend to move the mini around quite a bit. So Trying to stay in the camera is tricky. And this is where it kind of gets, like I mentioned, if it has started to dry, trying to go back and fix stuff, it usually looks like crap. So I think I actually accidentally touched that part when it was drying. Some mistakes here and there, but that's fine. I'm kind of tempted to leave his hair as is. I mean, it does look pretty good. It's just I'm not sure if it comes across as unpainted. I mean, if I had managed to paint the hair like this, then I would probably be pretty happy. But somehow I think that it's unpainted, or maybe that's just because I know that this was just done in the preparations, spraying and dry brushing, but it does look pretty good. So yeah, well, why not use it to our advantage, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go for the shoes. I just want them to be black, I think. Shoes don't really matter. Okay, maybe it wasn't the best idea to go for like a dark gray and then black next to it. Doesn't really show much of a difference. But then again, who knows? Oh, crap. Not sure what to do about the cane. I think actually I'm gonna make the cane like a more popping kind of wood. I don't know, let's have some fun. I have no idea. Let's pick all three. Let's go for hardened leather, sand golem, and pallet bone. Let's have some fun here. Sand golem is kind of weird because it's like really vibrant. I'm not so sure it's a good way, but it comes. It's like an orangey brown. Orangey yellow brown, I don't know. This looks nice. I didn't really bother mixing those together that well. Intentionally, I mean, I want to see what happens if they aren't 100% mixed. That could be great. I mean, okay, they kind of do get mixed as I pull the brush all over the place, but you know. I am tempted to paint that book in the same color. Where am I? Like I said, I'm lazy, and if there's color on my palette, is that speed painting awesome? I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy's almost done. I've been recording for 26 minutes. I love this. That was a nice cane color. Yep, I like it. I think the only remaining big things are, of course, the book. The book and the, let's see, can I focus here? Oh, I can, yeah. Can I focus here? Yeah. Okay, so what about the book? Should I just go some sort of bone color? A bone colored book? Like ancient and withered. No, that's too boring. The pages should be. Let's go in and just reinforce some of that white. Sometimes, okay, I mean, I didn't really plan on actually applying this much white, but sometimes, since the model is in my priming strategy, they get, more of a grayish zenithal kind of look. So if you suddenly start reapplying white to something, it can make for a really popping detail. I don't really like to wait for the paint to dry. Speed paints, especially the armor painter ones, or so I've heard, do take a while to dry. And that kind of makes it hard sometimes to paint. Let's go over the cuffs just a little here. While I have white still in my brush. Just accentuate the edges a little bit. maybe it will help them look more painted and not just primed and dry brushed. Okay, so what color for that book? I mean, I'm gonna paint the pages of the book some sort of white, off-white, but for the actual book, should I make it a color? Brown is boring. I have used red though for the tie, so reusing some red could look really nice. A blood red book. Maybe an orange book. To kind of go with a king. Yeah, let's try the orange book. I missed the spot here, so I'm just gonna take this color here. I think it maybe was the cane color, but I don't care. Let's just try and see what happens here. If I can smudge some of that up. Getting the camera to autofocus is an issue, I'm sorry. Okay, that's a pretty cool book. I like it. Now we just need to, now I really do need to wait for that one to dry, so maybe I should go in for, I'm not sure what my plan here is, but there are some details, you know, his buttons, for instance. Maybe I should make them, I'll touch them up a little. Also those side buttons on the suit. Don't know, I haven't decided what to do with these. So let's just make them pop a little. Make it easier for them to pop. Something like that, and also I think, what's that called? Handkerchief. Or pocket square. Oh crap. Okay, so we're in a decent place now. So it's on the eye eyes. What do I need to do about those eyes? I could just leave them because the model looks pretty good. The thing with eyes is that some people say just, leave them. They are not really visible from whatever distance you're playing from anyway. And those are perfectly valid arguments and standpoints, but I find that as soon as I add eyes to a model, it just immediately comes to life. I think it looks so good. So I usually try to do the eyes even when they look very difficult. But let's see, what's this? This is like belt buckle. Not sure why I did that, but okay. Oh goddamn! I made the exact same mistake. Okay, this looks pretty sweet. So what do we do about those buttons and the handkerchief? I need to switch to a smaller brush and try to do that handkerchief a little bit more. Okay, maybe you're not gonna see this, but I'm gonna go in real close. Not sure anything happened. Okay, I think I got some more paint on that little triangle there. Good enough. I'm not sure if I should leave it as white. It could be kind of cool. I'm really not sure about the buttons. White buttons. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna leave them as white. Just don't know what to do with them. Black. Black could work. I think I'm gonna go pallid bone on the jacket buttons. This is a very light color, so I can actually change my mind if I want to later. I tend to, if I'm unsure of what color I'm looking for, I tend to go lighter first, because it's easy to dark something down with another darker speed paint. It's tricky to go the other way around, or maybe not, maybe impossible even, I don't know. Okay, so they are now black. Maybe a little hint of that white I added is gonna give us some sort of subtle highlight there, who knows. Yeah, but this is looking pretty good. Maybe some black on that belt buckle thingy as well. So yeah. Okay, here comes the tricky part. And now I need some ivory, which is, you know, an off-white. And I'm just gonna hope that the page, the book has dried enough, because I'm impatient. Which is what that has to be the back. Yeah. Something like that. Then the other side. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Just go over it really quickly again. Should perhaps, that could be it for the book. Okay, let me focus this. Yeah, this looks good. Maybe I should, I was just gonna say maybe I should leave the eyes, but I'm not sure. That's so hard. I'm definitely gonna mess everything up. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna gonna stop there. Now let's just paint the base. With just Vallejo's black. I usually go over the base twice. I'm really boring when it comes to bases. I pretty much just do them in all black always. I haven't really, that's, you know, getting into bases is next level for me. I'm mostly interested in the painting the actual miniature. But who knows? I mean, one day maybe I'll do model lines and maybe I'll do bases and everything. My iPhone really doesn't want to autofocus. I need to look at that. I'm hoping this is a setting to actually enable autofocus. Because, yeah. Right. It's snowing here in Stockholm again. Oh my god. Why? Okay, it's dry enough. Let's go for a second coat. Okay, so this dude is actually done. That did not take 50 minutes. Not counting the preparation steps, of course. But then I do prep multiple minis at the same time. I think I prepped all the investigators that I have for Mansions and Madness at the same time. I haven't dry brushed all of them, but yeah, they were sprayed together. So yeah, I'll think about returning to these eyes at some point, maybe. But for now, I consider him done. Thank you. Bye.